Hello and welcome back to the ESEA Season 11 LAN playoffs here in Dallas, Texas live. We're going to jump right into the game here. We're already live here with CyberRev and Team Dynamic. The current score is 4-2 in favor of CyberRev. They did just win the pistol round, the first gun round, and then Team Dynamic came back and they won the past 2 rounds consecutively. So we're going to hope to see some momentum from Team Dynamic moving in to hopefully pick up the 3rd round in a row from them. See Volcano over here towards the Ivy Shaper trying to do something early at middle, but he's going to get picked off real quick by AZK, who was in the Z hallways. Going to be a little bit of a deagle save here for CyberRev. AZK going to pick up the 2nd one of the round for himself. Missing that shot onto Stan. Stan's going to be moving all the way up. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but you know, 1 op down. At least Volcano's able to pick that up after finally taking Stan out of there. So it's now a quick score of 4-3 in favor of CyberRev. This is the first map of this best-of-3 series between the two. Again, this is in the lower bracket. Dynamic got sent down here early by Torqued, one of their biggest rivals, probably their biggest rival here on LAN today. AZK going back into the Z connector with that off. Connor Glover posting up here at the back of Ivy, looking for a push, waiting there with Miller. Couple of smokes here. Going to be really hard to see. Probably going to be throwing a couple of flashes in there. They've got an op trained on that position. Actually, that's Team Dynamic. It's going to be Adrian playing that spot with the op, kind of floating around between Ivy and middle. Volcano will be playing support, though, under that train near the Hell area. Miller coming up with some flashes. Mainline holding for that ladder push. Anger all the way out in middle here on the ladder train. Going to be looking for something a little bit more aggressively. He wants to be the initiator for this first exchange of the round. Going to be waiting here underneath the ladder. Really risky, super pushed up, super aggressive, but can also control a bit of middle. A really great pop flash coming down here, but Anger's going to catch Mainline right in the dome piece. Hello. As he does fly down that ladder after trying to capitalize on the timing on the flash. Connor Glover's going to be moving in here into the inner bomb site here with the bomb. Smokes out of the lower ramp. Going to be jumping up onto the bomb train, planning that. Miller's still outside the outer bomb train. And actually that might could potentially throw Volcano a little bit off, given there was a T all the way at the outer bomb site too, but it won't. It looks like his teammates at inner are definitely aware of the situation. It's now a 2 versus 4. Make that a 1 versus 4 in favor of Team Dynamic. Schaefer left all alone with that op at upper inner. He's only got about 40 health. He does take out Volcano. Flashes coming in from the bomb site bit. He hears a bit of a defuse, and then he gets taken out finally by that deagle. And Team Dynamic's going to pick up another round here on train.
CyberRev there. Looked like they tried to do an inside fake and then take the bomb outside. Unfortunately, when that ladder player threw that flash down, he didn't have any backup. And if he did, he could have exchanged kills during ladder room and maybe opened up some room outside. So CyberRev, they're a little bit sloppy with their execution. I like their strategy, though, except they just didn't have enough members to back each other up when they were taking that outside bomb site.
They are back on the deagle save. That is CyberRev. Stan getting picked off early by that op. CyberRev's going to be walking here, or excuse me, busting out here out of Ivy. Volcano down in the Hell area, at least able to pick up 2 before getting taken down there by Miller, who's left alone here with 30 HP, bomb in hand, but only a deagle. Team Dynamic knows exactly where he is. He's got to be pinned down there by the Ivy. Pushing in from Team Middle is Anger, able to finish off that round pretty quickly. And the score is now 5-4 in favor of Dynamic. They've really come back and pulled back some momentum of their own, which they were unable to hang on to in their matches against Torque. So hopefully this is a really big round for them. If they are able to beat CyberRev this round, this will be a huge game changer, really setting up their lead with more of a future than just having a couple of rounds up in numbers. Volcano playing his normal area around the Heaven Hell area. Looking all over the place, a lot of responsibility. CyberRev setting up in middle, 3 members in middle with 1 opper. AZK is going to be opping back from the bomb train. Anger's going to be up at Heaven as well. Going to be dropping down real quick, taking out Mainline. Great shot there onto Miller. 4 versus 3. Still opping back there by bomb train. Able to get a great eye onto Connor Glover back there by the ladder. Pex is moving in towards the Z connector. AZK, another great shot from him. AZK's been playing pretty good all day, despite being sent to the lower bracket as a whole. That was a really pretty quick round. It looked like CyberRev really couldn't get out of middle there like they wanted to. They ran into a couple of smokes and ran right into the crosshairs of Team Dynamic's offers.
Yeah, another kind of sloppy execution there. It looked like they were trying to do a 3-2 split, 3 middle, 2 ladder, and when you're gonna go outside and you're gonna rush, you need to get out into your positions. Instead, they just were a little too hesitant, and they just bottlenecked right in that middle, and they were unable to execute.
Crucial to get out as fast as possible. That's what smokes are for. The bomb is in the hands of Schaefer. He's got a deagle next to his teammate here above the ladder room. It looks like Team Dynamic did a good job kind of pre-nading the lower ramp and then kind of shutting down any sort of lower take. Only 3 members of CyberRev remaining. Stan getting a great 1D onto Volcano there, coming out of the Ivy before finally getting taken down. Schaefer left alone there with the bomb. Really an impossible round for them to try to pick up, but they were able to get at least 2 guns down. As we move into another crucial gun round here.
And this is a CT-sided map, so if CyberRev can pick up 2 rounds, I think that'd be very acceptable amongst any pro team. Anytime you get 6 rounds on a much difficult side, you'll take it any day. So CyberRev here, they're not in a, even though they've lost a couple rounds here straight, there's still 4 more rounds left, so if they can pick up 2 of the 4, they'll be in pretty decent shape.
Mainline at his normal position here. CyberRev is really sticking to their default kind of 2IV mainline around the ladder room there. And then the 2 remaining members of CyberRev sticking near inner. Volcano's actually going to be pushing out here into the Ivy. Great flash, is able to surprise the crap out of Miller. As CyberRev is going to be losing one of their offers, looking for that second one. Volcano is well aware of CyberRev's default that they've been employing so far here in this match. AZK trained on CyberRev's position. Really difficult to see through those smokes, though, even with the op. Trying to get an idea of what's going on in the inner bomb site. Looking down the lanes here, moving back to upper, doesn't see anything. The bomb is in hands now of mainline above the ladder. It looks like he's going to try to get an idea of what's going on at inner. AZK is able to finally find one at inner. That's going to be Stan. And I think the jig is up. I think Team Dynamic knows exactly where CyberRev is. They're at least going to pull an audible, trying to move back here towards the outside site by cutting down and going through the ladder. But that off-by bomb train has just been so successful so far for Adrian. As he plows Connor Glover. Mainline left alone, the 1v3, at least able to get the bomb down here. Full health for all members of Team Dynamic. And AZK is just going to not even wait for his team to say, all right, man, I'm done with this round. Let's get it over with. Plowing the 1D, getting that defuse. And, making this CT side a little bit stronger here for Team Dynamic.
CyberRev here, the last couple of rounds that they lost, they haven't even been able to actually execute. It seems like they're kind of lost. You know, they have an objective early on in the round. They're getting to their positions, and then when they're about to execute or it's mid-game, they're just stalling right now. They're not dedicating. They're not running anything in a clean manner. It just kind of looks like they're doing kind of on-the-fly type of strategy. It doesn't look like they're all on the same page right now.
Anger able to shut down Stan as Miller works up towards Ivy, checking near the barrels, checking close, especially with that smoke. Gotta be careful. Not sure if he's going to be trying to get out of there or not. Adrenaline up there in heaven. Volcano back to a more passive setup here at Ivy, as it is a 4 versus 4. Mainline still holding the barrels. Will be soloing Ivy for the tees. Bomb in hand with Mainline here in the middle. Paired up with the teammate. Volcano able to take out Miller there back at Ivy. Volcano will likely push through and try to clear it out. Schaefer's ready for that kind of a push, though. And Volcano will actually fall all the way back. Not going to get too antsy. Going to reposition back for team middle as AZK is looking in that direction as well. Able to take out Connor. That's now a 4 versus 2 in favor of Team Dynamic. AZK with a second shot, that time onto Mainline. Fantastic from him. And Adrian finally able to take down the last remaining member of CyberRev for Schaefer. It looks like they're just going a little bit too slow to me, Ron, and that CyberRev just can't really do anything because they keep getting picked one by one.
Yeah, agreed. They're going slow, and it's not working. When you go slow, what you want to do is try to set up into positions and then squeeze a bomb site together as a team. Unfortunately, they're just getting picked off one by one, and when that happens, you don't even have an opportunity to run a strat. So maybe I would like some kind of rush next round, maybe an outside split where you hit ladder, middle, and alley at the same time, and prevent team dynamic here from setting up into their comfort spots.
Yeah, definitely. I think, too, after this Deagle save round, sometimes when you recognize that you're playing a little bit too passively, a little bit too far back, and you're playing the waiting game too hardcore, you do a little Deagle, rush eco round, and then it gets you kind of in the momentum to want to rush later on a gun round, because sometimes you get really successful. Like, this was a Deagle save round, and they were able to get 3 members of Team Dynamic down just with those Deags alone, and they haven't even been able to do that completely with guns, so maybe that will give them a little bit of momentum, a little bit of inspiration to try a little bit of a faster rush, and if there's any round to do it, it's going to be now, because it's going to be the last round of the first half here. CyberRev going to be putting out all of their money, spending it, forget the bank, withdraw, and buying full equipment here, hopefully getting into a little bit more of an aggressive round. We do see the roles switched up a little bit. Miller's actually going to be doing his normal thing here at Ivy. Going to be hard to challenge this Opera as he is perfectly in position, can see a pre-peek through those barrels, and that's exactly what he does, able to take out Miller. If Team Dynamic has learned anything from CyberRev's default, they'll know that Miller was completely alone there. Back at Ivy. And focus your attention elsewhere. Oh, mainline's actually come back around from middle, but still going a little bit slowly. That op nowhere to be found. Bomb is in the hands of Connor above the ladder room. Trying to spot both Ivy and middle here with that op. Volcano's got a great box angle there at middle. Connor's going to be working right out of the upper inner bomb set, or upper inner part of the site. Going to be planning it immediately. Oh, unable to get the bomb down as Pex rushes up, kills his teammate, and then kills the bomb planner respectively. So a quick little 11-4? 11-4 score there from Dynamic.
Yeah, I think actually there was 9 rounds in a row there for Team Dynamic. When we joined up the match, they were down 2-4. So Team Dynamic here finally stepping up, playing like we know the 6-time champions can play. But it is a CT-sided map, so that is expected from them. If CyberRev here, if they want any chance of winning this match, they must win this pistol round. So interested to see. This is, like we mentioned before, how these teams are saving their secret strats maybe for later on. But now I think Team Dynamic, they're going to run their best pistol strat that they have. There's no room for error here. Obviously, if they lose this series, they're going home. So we can't expect the best out of TD to use all their arsenal of strats to try to finish off this series.
Absolutely, they want this round. They need this round. They definitely don't want to be going home, especially this early in. So we're going to see and take a look at what they're going to want to be doing here for the T-side pistol here for second half. Again, they did win first half 11-4, but again, very CT-sided. If they can win this round, this will definitely help them in this best-of-3 series. Anger above ladder there with dualies. Mainline spotting the lower inner ramp there from a great little angle there. Behind the train, he is going to get spotted, though. Going to have to fall all the way back. Not enough time to get onto that train if there were to be a rush. Very smart from him. Schaefer's also going to be playing in there with him as well. Volcano watching the flank. Looks like TD's trying to work towards inner, but those nades won't help AZK. As Team Dynamic is now down a player. Adrian eating a bit of damage there. Only 18 health remaining from him. CyberRev's really far outside, too. I feel like they have a pretty good idea that Team Dynamic is close to inner, at least for right now. Schaefer hiding in the site, able to finally pick up Anger. Had those dualies. It's already a 1 versus 4 here for CyberRev. Volcano left alone. Bomb is down. He's all the way in the ladder room here. Trying to clear it out. Going to go back towards the bomb at the inner bomb site. Really tough round to win here from him. Connor's got 8 HP. Not impossible, but a very difficult, very difficult round to win. He's going to take out Stan. Still got a little bit of health, 76 health here. Working to the bomb site. He does pick up the bomb, but Miller will finally take him down. And Cyberev is actually going to pick up that first pistol round for the second half.
Looked like Team Dynamic, they were just going to do a eventual full-out attack to inner bomb site. And we noticed those two players early on in the round, they threw that smoke lower, and then two of them just peeked down. Maybe they were waiting for some kind of ladder flank or something, catch Cyberev on the flank, and then also trying to draw some grenades early off in the round, so then later on when they attack as a bulk, they wouldn't take as much damage.
Unfortunately, AZK would wind up eating those nades. Peck's getting some action over here in middle. Connor getting a big double kill there with the FAMAS. Going for the third in the sandwich area. Uh-oh, gonna have to switch that USB. Gonna be able to at least reload. Volcano on that Deagle frag. Volcano doing a good job with that today. Picking up the second. Excellent shot there onto Connor. Hello. Gonna be here towards the ladder room. In the 1 versus 3. Schaefer at half health. Who also has those dualies. 45 seconds on the clock. Knows there's one in heaven. Knows there's one back lanes. Still pretty aware of the potential flank. Really working with the clock here. Knows how important each round is. And Sal just such a calm and collected player. In no rush to peek out too quickly and make a mistake. Mainline will finally take him down. And Team Dynamic really needs to try to turn this momentum around in their favor. I'm not sure if they're going to be buying here. Looks like they're going to full save. Maybe a Deagle. It looks like they're going to be doing a quick outside after Volcano throws a smoke. Here back from the Ivy. And it's going to land under the trains towards Ivy. 4 members of TD rushing out real quick. Volcano will wrap around and come back out to join them. Schaefer still with those dualies. 3 dually headshots. Fantastic from him, and Stan will finish off the round with 2 more headshots. Schaefer being the only one to go down, not really losing much of a gun. I'm sure Schaefer has tons of cash right now in the bank. And Team Dynamic needs to put forth one of their best T-side train gun rounds right now.
Yeah, they've been saving now. I want to see, they have some pretty good spawns out here. So let's see if they utilize them, maybe try to get out ladder here real quick. Get an op outside a ladder and do some work. And we do see an op here.
Going to be going to hold the upper inner push there. With nothing as of yet.
I think he's looking through that little crack. You see that little empty, white spot? Let me see. So maybe he's hopefully when someone crosses, he sees that and then he can just pre-fire. I guess that's what he was looking at there.
It's a really good angle. He's going to be spawning at least down towards lower inner now. Unable to find anything as of yet. 4 members of Team Dynamic here ready to hit inner on a huge gun round. AZK still has that op trained on the lower inner close angles. Waiting to make a move. Bomb in hand. Flashes coming out. Great execution so far. Mainline looking a little bit under pressure here. Can't see anything up top. Tons of smokes. As AZK will get the pick all the way down onto Miller, but Mainline will get his headshot onto Anger, not before getting taken down by Adrian. 2 versus 3 here in favor of Cyberev. The bomb is ready to go in the site, but you got to hold off and you got to get maybe at least one more pick. That's exactly what he needed to do. Take Stan down. Connor and Schaefer left to defend this inner bomb site. Schaefer able to take out Volcano. The 2 versus 1 in favor of Cyberev. 10 seconds left on the clock. Only at 50 health. Not going to be able to get the plan off in time. Schaefer's going to run right up on the upper inner platform there and just charge right in, preventing that defuse.
So Cyberrev off to a strong start. That will make the score 11-6. No, 11-8.
Dynamic 1.
11-8, yes.
11-4. Yep.
So
11-8.
Cyberrev closing the gap here after Team Dynamic won their 9 rounds in a row in the first half.
Totally proving that this is very CT-sided and that they are not going to be discouraged by that 11-4 first half. Connor getting a huge 3K there as Team Dynamic tried coming out of the ladder room. Connor's still going to be holding the bomb train at outer, and he will pick up the 4K there for that save round. Now Team Dynamic's hurting, man. Their confidence is just down probably. They have to be getting nervous. I mean, this is the first map of this best of 3, but they're already in the lower bracket.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here on the defending champions. And it's getting kind of desperate now. They're down 5-0. None of these rounds have really been close. So let's see how they handle the pressure.
Yep, 11-9 is the current score. AZK will be putting that off to work as he's able to take out Stan. Gets traded there by Schaefer. Schaefer's been really quick with his op in this match thus far. Will be taken down by Volcano there in the back of Ivy. Miller left alone in the 1 versus 3, only 43 health left, and an op in hand, missing all those beagles before finally nading the front of bomb. Pex is going to trade that nade, catch Miller's nade right in the air, throw it right back. And Team Dynamic finally picking up a round here for the second half for the T side. Oh man, I hope they can work with some of the momentum that they're trying to establish here.
Yeah, it was excellent split there. They did 2-1-2, 2 alley, 1 mid, 2 ladder. The great thing I liked about it was all the members were hitting at the same time. No little parts of the strat were getting ahead of the others, and they were all just squeezing from different angles and applying a lot of pressure 5-on-3.
Pex here going to be taken out by Stan very early on in the round in team middle. AZK already out of ladder. Going to avenge Pex's death and take out Stan and look up towards heaven, able to take out Connor Glover as well, not before moving into the Z middle area, as it is a 4 versus 3 in favor of Dynamic. Dynamic really wants this round. Nade coming out from AZK. 2 members of Cyberrev still at inner before Schaefer finally will be rotating around. I think about 3 actually. Miller's able to take out Volcano, who's coming out of upper inner. The bomb, though, however, will be going to be planted outside as it's now a 3 versus 2. Schaefer coming around back lanes. Really hard to challenge that AK in the back lanes, especially after you miss your first shot. Going to try to reestablish for the repeat. Doesn't look like it's going to come in from him. Going to get taken out by Anger. And Anger's going to finish off the last 2 remaining members of Cyberrev. I think that was actually more important than the previous gun round for them. So the score is now 13-9 in favor of Cyberrev.
And it looks like Cyberrev is forced into a save now. So Team Dynamics swapping the momentum after losing 5 rounds in a row. They string the 2 rounds together, and that's exactly what they needed to do. Now they've maintained their lead. They can build a little cushion here, build up their economy a little bit, and try to finish off this first map.
Real quick eco round there from Team Dynamic. They're only going to need 2 more rounds here on train.
No, this is the second map. The first map was Inferno, right?
Between...
Am I don't know, we're going to have to clarify that.
I'm not sure. Can't remember. A couple of nades coming down from the top of ladder. Real aware there of the potential push from Cyberrev. Dynamic already looks more confident in this round as it looks like they're going to try to be hitting inner a little bit more quickly, especially now that their 1 member at outer Pex is going down. Miller unable to successfully handle the lower inner take there. Trying to lay some shots down, but Anger's going to take him out. Anger with the bomb in hand. Connor Glover going to be rotating in through the Z hallway. Volcano a great kill there onto Schaefer. It's now a 2 versus 2. The bomb is down. Huge off shot onto Connor. 2 versus 1 main line left here alone in the inner bomb site with 100 HP. Walking up towards the bomb box, or excuse me, the bomb train. Didn't know that both players left for Team Dynamic were actually still trying to work out of the lower inner ramp there. Was trying to get a better sense of what was going on in the site, but apparently the site was closed for business and they were just opening up. Team Dynamic at the front door.
I like that play. Anytime you have an outnumbered situation or it's a 2-on-1, last thing you want to do is fight 1-on-1, give the opponent that equal number opportunity. So Team Dynamic really smart there, playing patiently and playing together, and just holding there and figuring out where the CT was so they can react accordingly.
CyberRev desperate. If they lose this round, they will lose this map against Team Dynamic. We did see Stan try to push up aggro into the ladder room with the Deagle. We see 2 FAMASs, 1 for Miller, 1 for mainline. So really just tried to buy out anything they could. They do have the number advantage currently, as Volcano is trying to clear out the Ivy a little bit better before flashing and smoking out with a teammate, trying to maybe wrap around to the back lane side of Outer and hopefully get the bomb down. AZK going to take out Connor Glover there at outside. Miller going to be wrapping around the bomb train. Schaefer and mainline. Every single one of those remaining members of CyberRev just came up huge, trying to do everything they can to make this match continue for as long as possible.
Score is 15-10. Team Dynamic here. They need 1 more round to secure this match. CyberRev, they need 5 in a row. They just picked up some weapons, so they have some AWPs. They are fully stocked, so they will be as ready as can be for this round.
Quickly getting out of team middle is Team Dynamic. Pex is at least able to get Connor there in the hell area, but Schaefer's got his off back and he's ready to go. Ooh, huge headshot onto Adrian. AZK still up and outside too. He's going to finally take out CyberRev's opera back there. As it's now a 1 versus 2 AZK op in hand. Already has 1 frag for the round. Going to be looking here for mainline in Z. And Miller back in CT spawn. Both players for CyberRev playing pretty passively. They really want to let AZK make the first move. I think worst case scenario, maybe let AZK plant. But right, ooh, what a disgusting shot from Miller onto AZK. I think what CyberRev was trying to do there was really just try to get some information and find out where AZK was before trying to commit, because the last thing you want to do is have one guy watching inner, one guy watching outer, and then, you know, getting singled out. So good play and a fantastic shot there with that off. Adrian getting that smoke ready to go. We'll go right there into the Z connector. As Team Dynamic doing a quick little inner rush save here with Deagles. Looks like they are going to be able to get the bomb down. Anger's going to be able to plant that thing for them right away. We do have a T pushed up really close. AZK getting another kill there. Or excuse me, his first kill for the round. And it's now a 3 versus 3. The bomb is planted. Stan's able to take out Anger. Team Dynamic pushing up really close with these Deagles. Schaefer finally punishing Team Dynamic for that attempt. Pex does have a gun though in this 1 versus 2 situation. 62 health. The smoke is going to pop here. Does a ton of damage to Miller. Able to kill Schaefer. Miller's off the bomb. 14 health. No way is he able to get that defuse.
A nice round there by Pex, and that secures the match. So nice lurking there by Pex. It was kind of funny there because his teammate was out fighting and Pex was just lurking, and then when his teammate tried to escape, Pex was there. Yeah. So I guess the CTs didn't expect 2 members in that same area. So it was
a little bit of a bait and switch.
Yeah, it was a good job baiting each other, and Team Dynamic looked a little worrisome there in the second half, losing 5 rounds in a row. Yeah. But they came back. You know, they started running that outside split, and they were able to take advantage of that. And they found their weakness, CyberRev's weakness on train, and they took advantage.
Yeah, I think they were finally able to collect their thoughts and kind of employ like something more solid to counteract what Cyberrev was doing. They were having a little bit of trouble gaining momentum earlier in the match, and especially like with second half. Second half seemed a little bit goofy at the start, but they were able to pull through. Final score of 16-10, I believe. And I'm pretty confident this was the first of the best of 3. I don't remember if they had played on Inferno or not.
Yeah, I guess it is first map then. We're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back with the second match.